Hi and welcome back. In this lesson, we shall cover on topic art materials. The most common myth amongst the beginners is that buying expensive art materials will lead to good drawing. This is just not true. Buying expensive materials will definitely give you an advantage, but to a certain extent. It is the practice that will make you better. So what materials do I really need? Should I buy the ones that are cheap or expensive? Well, this all depends upon your current level and the type of artwork you would be creating. Meaning, for practice you may use cheap papers and good quality pencils, whereas for artwork you may use high quality papers and pencils or colors that will last. Sketching tools. I generally use the Derwent Sketching box that contains good range of sketching, charcoal and earth tones. For traveling purpose, I use the Caran graphite book, which contains a sketchbook, pencils, sharpener, eraser and a metal box in which you can store extra pencils. Also, I use a wallet that contains pencils and sketchbook. Graphite pencils, Camlin. This is a good quality and inexpensive pencil. It's very cheap and good for practice. Cretacolor. These are quite smooth with a decent price, but they do tend to break. Faber Castell. These are smooth and comes for a good price for about 50 cents. Derwent. These are round barrel pencils which come in decent price range. Staedtler. These are one of my favorite pencils. These are smooth, break resistant and good quality pencils. However, they are a bit on expensive side but worth every penny. Caran. These are premium grade pencils. They are buttery smooth and joyful to work with. These are premium grade pencils and hence they come with a heavy price tag. Graphite pencils have good range of grades, so you can achieve a precise value from light to dark. However, these are shiny or glazy, so when you look at the drawing from a certain angle, you see a shiny layer. Also, it is difficult to achieve the black value. So for practicing, you may use Camlin, Faber Castell, Staedtler or any other brand that suits best for you. Staedtler, 8B or EE grade pencils create good black Conte pierre noire. These are one of my favorite and most frequently used pencils. They are smooth, break resistant and good quality pencils which produce black. Generals. These are charcoal pencils which offer good black values. Wolff's Carbon. These are good and expensive pencils. For practicing, you may use Staedtler, Conte or General's pencil. Nitram charcoal is a compressed charcoal which I use often. They come in a grade of H, HB and B. Also, I use a Nitram sharpening block for sharpening the charcoals. Erasers, triangular, regular and kneaded erasers. I use the kneaded erasers more as you can knead them into any shape and use accordingly. Cutter, sharpening knife, sharpener and sandpaper. Most often I use the cutter for sharpening the pencils and then sharpen them to a point with a sandpaper. Color. The commonly used colors are super white and off-white. I generally prefer off-white. You may also try the tinted papers which are available in many colors. Texture of the paper which is smooth, medium, rough and other textured patterns. Sketch pads come in variety of sizes. The most standard sizes are from A5 to A1. I generally prefer the size A3 and A2. I also use loose papers of size half imperial and 18 by 24 inches. I generally buy them from the paper market and paste them. The thickness of the paper is measured in LB or GSM. For practice, I use Norway, cartridge, Oxford pad and local newsprint or similar to newsprint paper. I generally prefer the smooth for sketching, whereas for charcoal, I like to use papers that has grain. It holds the charcoal well. For artwork, I use Clairefontaine, Canson, Fabriano roll paper. Half imperial size drawing board would be sufficient for paper size below A2. I also like to use the fiber board, which is sleek and light in weight. You might also need to consider clips for keeping your papers intact, for using the ones that are loose. I hope that I was able to give you some insights about the art materials. Try different materials and choose the one that you are more comfortable with. That's all for today from me, and see you soon in the next lesson. Thank you.